Bam. LSU Odyssey Odcast Volume 12 with your host, Philip Sullivan. Hey, how's everybody doing in the house? We're partying like it's 1999. We're hanging out with Jason Biggs, baby. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm Philip Sullivan here at LSUODYSSEY.COM. Odcast Volume 11. Yeah, I think so. 11, 12. What? Yeah. Doing so many of these, but hard to count. At the same time, you know, it's getting hard to count how many touchdowns Demari Alston has in the last 2 years, because that's who I would like to talk about in this oddcast. Demari Alston is a running back who I think LSU have zeroed in on. Not only because, you know, Le'Veon Moss, you know, he's flipped, of course. Well, not flipped, but you know what I'm trying to say here. He was expected to go to LSU, highly expected, and he didn't. He went to Alabama. So, basically, it's a flip since he's from Louisiana. There's certain reasons why he went there. Death of a friend, I understand. No harm, no foul with Le'Veon. We're cool, you know. And then there's Trevante Citizen, a running back, great local running back there, another Lake Charles kid, fantastic running back linebacker combo. But when you're looking at the premier back that LSU should be going for the 2022 class, you know, it's that guy who took that video with Coach Ed Orgeron, you know, while he was here on his visit. And that's Demari Alston out of the state of Georgia. Another just absolute beast from Woodward Academy. He's something special. 34 touchdowns in his last 2 seasons. I believe it was just under 2,500 yards in his career. Had over 1,500 last season. 6.2 yards per rush last year. This kid is something special. But the thing is that what really made him jump out to me in the footage wasn't just his versatility, wasn't just his speed, it wasn't just, you know, his overall athletic ability. It was the fact that he was running with expert vision out of the shotgun formation almost exclusively. Now, why does that matter? Well, I don't know, because maybe LSU run almost everything out of the shotgun. And look at how devastating and multidimensional our offense was with Clyde, who was doing that. And I think you'll see that again this year with Ty Davis-Price and John Emery Jr., perhaps Kody Finley and Armani Goodwin, the freshman chipping in there out of the backfield. Everyone's going to have to learn how to run out of that shotgun formation, because that's what LSU is going to do. And Demari Alston, they almost do it exclusively in that offense. And he is superb with his vision out of the backfield. It just hit me like a light. Just, wow, this is why we're going, you know, this is why Kevin Falk has zeroed in on this guy. And, you know, Demari Alston, I think he doesn't get enough credit. I don't think he gets enough play. You know, LSU Odyssey is guilty of that as well. But we're going to change that. Demari Alston deserves a ton of love. We talked about him on the Mark Rogers show, but he has not posted the segment yet where we kind of went off on Demari Alston, saying how good he is and how much we liked him for LSU's 2022 offense and beyond. But yeah, he has not posted that part of that segment yet, sadly. But hopefully he will, because it was some really good content. Either way, I'm trying to supply that right here, right now. Cut out the middleman. Demari Alston, he would have that ability catching out of the backfield as well, I believe. So I think Demari Alston is going to be that lead back for the class. I think Trevante Citizen will join as well. Trevor Etienne, Travis Etienne's brother, I just cannot see him coming to LSU. That's a kid I just can't. Usually I'm like, oh, I can't. I never feel like I can't see that because it seems like anything's possible nowadays. But with Trevor Etienne, I just don't. Usually with these things, I get a gut instinct. He wants to be a Tiger or he doesn't want to be a Tiger. Pretty straight off with the enthusiasm level, that type of grind, that type of workmanship. And I don't get that vibe from him. I get the vibe that he wants to follow in his brother's footsteps and follow, that legacy to Clemson, which is fine. These kids need to make the decisions that are best for them and their futures and for their families. That's LSU Odyssey is never going to try and begrudge a kid for making a decision. Sometimes, just like anybody else, we'll have an opinion about how a decision was made or how things were handled, because we're only human, just like the human beings who are making the errors or aren't. So, we try not to be harsh at all, but sometimes, you just can't sugarcoat things, and sometimes we gotta call some stuff out. But for most part, this 2022 class has really handled themselves well, and I have nothing against Trevor Etienne. I think he's an absolute fantastic back. I'd love to have him at LSU. I think that would be a fantastic situation. I just don't think it'll happen. But he is a superb running back. Trevor Etienne takes right after his brother. Just that desire, just that hungry, violent runner. I love Travis Etienne. That's a dream LSU back right there for me. I mean, imagine that. We could have had Travis Etienne and Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the same backfield. Can you believe that? That's Louisiana talent right there. Okay? That's Louisiana talent. And my man Jarrett Roser has a slogan that says Louisiana versus all y'all. And I love it because Louisiana gets such a bad rap a lot of the time. And it's funny because it's like, oh, you're going to talk shit on Louisiana while you use all of our talent in the NFL? Half of these guys people don't even know are from Louisiana. That's why the, top 7 Tigers who are from Louisiana, who didn't play for LSU, article that came out on LSUODYSSEY.COM a few months back. That was so fun to write because, guys like Aeneas Williams, Reggie Wayne, Peyton Manning, Terry Bradshaw, some people who were actually from Louisiana did not even realize that some of these players were from Louisiana too. It's pretty stunning. And I think it's because the state and the state's talent does not get enough mention, does not get enough talent. And I think that's an abomination. That's something I will not let stand, and that's kind of something I like to do with the recruiting is try and just kind of set a stage for the Louisiana kids. Kody Finley, TJ Finley's brother, is not getting much play. And considering his measurables, considering his output, we didn't really think that was fair. Especially in the offense they run, more of a run-first offense with a quarterback. but I think you'll see his complete powers this season with the new quarterback he mentions, who's also a pitcher at Ponchatoula. He mentions that in our LSU Odyssey exclusive interview with Kody Finley, TJ Finley's brother. We ask him questions about, if TJ is going to win that quarterback battle at Auburn. We ask him the questions of if LSU, his opinion on LSU changed after the transfer. We highlight a lot of what he's going to do on the field at Ponchatoula and what he could do on the field later, and his future options and who's coming at him with offers. It's a really interesting interview, especially if you're a big TJ Finley fan. Here at LSU Odyssey, we are a TJ Finley fan, and we're a Max Johnson fan, and we've written some great stuff about Miles Brennan too. So it's not that we're just going around. We love them all. We support them all, and that's not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop doing that. I'm not gonna hey, don't cheer this person on because I don't want. No, we love them all, and we're gonna cheer them all on. And may the best man win in those certain positions. We may have our favorites. As if you read enough of LSUODYSSEY.com stuff, all written by me, you will find those opinions. We have our opinions, just like you have your opinions. I have my favorite running back. You have your favorite running back. I have the guy I know who should be quarterback one, and you have the guy should be quarterback one. So it can be fun, and I love the banter. I love the debate. It's a good time. But one thing is for sure, Louisiana is the most talent-rich state in America when it comes to football. There is no other comparison. There can be some slight comparisons. Florida can be quite a factory at times, but you just cannot get close. Texas, of course, as well. Texas is just right there with Louisiana, but per capita, Louisiana, it's staggering what they achieve. Yeah. LSU Odyssey Odcast, Volume 11. Signing off.